Hi guys, my name is Erica and I'm 33 years old and I'm here to share my 1 month update and my experience with following the carnivore diet. So I want to preface this by saying that I do not follow carnivore strictly. I follow what they call carnivore-ish. And I am also a little more than 2 months postpartum. And I will say that I did have a conversation with my OBGYN at my 8 week checkup appointment. And as long as I continue taking my prenatals, she gave me the go ahead to start the diet. I will just get probably the good information out of the way because if you're anything like me, you just kind of want answers right away and not all like the fluffy details. So at my 8 week appointment, I weighed in at about 175 to 180 pounds. And as I sit today, I weighed myself this morning when I woke up and I'm at 168 pounds. So I've lost quite a bit of weight. I will say that when I delivered my son, I was about 195 pounds. So I did lose quite a bit of weight and I was just sitting at 175. So I have lost from 175 to 168. That is just the weight I've lost by following the carnivore ish lifestyle. And I will say that it can be a little overwhelming and perhaps intimidating to just kind of nosedive into a completely different lifestyle or diet. But for me, I will say, in my opinion and in my experience, it's been a very pleasant and easy transition. I am still breastfeeding, and I will say that following the carnivore diet and the meals that you're eating and the protein and everything that you're getting by following the carnivore diet and what's in the food, I will say that I'm fuller longer. And maybe if you're a postpartum mom or you're possibly looking at starting the carnivore diet and you're breastfeeding, you may be worried about your milk supply. And I can only give what I've experienced. And as long as I am drinking enough water, and I would say I definitely had to up my water intake. I will say that drinking enough water and staying hydrated has made a world of a difference in my milk supply in general. I also, it's not carnivore friendly, but I also, if you're looking for something for your milk supply, this is just a side note. I do have a video for lactation cookies, which also boosted my supply. But, anyways, so here is my little update. Aside from the weight loss, I also was looking at doing the carnivore diet to aid in my autoimmune disease as well as my mood. So, as far as the autoimmune disease aspect goes, I have psoriasis, which is on the back of my scalp and goes about halfway up. My psoriasis flared up drastically when I became pregnant. And then postpartum, I dealt with a lot of night sweats. They're not as bad anymore, but they were pretty bad freshly postpartum. And I was sweating a lot at nighttime, and then that was irritating my scalp, and I was very itchy. I do have it on other places on my body, and that was also itchy as well. I just felt like I couldn't get any relief. So I was looking to start the diet for that as well. In addition to that, like I said, I have read that it has helped with moods, and I am diagnosed with bipolar 1 disorder. I do take medication from my provider to help manage that, but I have read that following this lifestyle can aid in mental health as well. And I will say that I have noticed a big difference in my mood as well. I wouldn't say it's drastic, like I was feeling pretty sad. I will say I'm very lucky. I was worried, but I did not experience postpartum depression or anxiety the way that I thought that I would. And I will say that I do take a beef liver supplement. It's Ancestral Supplements. I do have an Amazon storefront, and I will add that to one of my lists. You can find that at the link in my bio if you would like to check it out, read the reviews. I read almost all of the reviews before I started taking that supplement. I will say that I did take it throughout my pregnancy. I did also clear that with my OBGYN. And throughout pregnancy, you just want to be aware that you're not taking in too much vitamin A. So I took half the recommended daily dose, and my son is very healthy. He's as strong as an ox, to be completely honest. I swear he's going to be walking before he's one. He's incredibly strong. My family jokes that he has probably gained his strength from the beef liver that I took throughout my pregnancy. but I do also continue to take the beef liver now that I'm post-pregnancy. I still only take the half recommended dose, but I will say that that also aided in my mood as well. So I do take half the dose every single day, but during pregnancy, I took half the dose every other day just to be on the safe side of that vitamin A absorbency. So when I was doing my deep dive research on the carnivore diet, in my research, I just didn't find pregnant women or women who were postpartum that were doing the carnivore diet. And if I didn't say it already, because I have ADD brain, I have family members who followed a strict carnivore diet and they lost a lot of weight. So, what I did and what I found is that I did some research on some meal plans, and you will find a ton of people who are trying to sell a meal plan for the carnivore diet. And that is not something, as a new mom and in this economy, I just didn't have the extra money to spend on a meal plan for the carnivore diet. So what I did is I turned to ChatGPT and I just put in a prompt stating that I would like an extremely budget friendly meal plan following a carnivore diet, 4 weeks if you can, different meal ideas to keep it interesting. And then it just popped out a 4 week meal plan, which then they can put into a PDF. And then I saved that to my computer, emailed it to myself, and printed it out. For saving money, I think your best bet, meat can be extra expensive when you're just purchasing it by the pack at the grocery store. So what I did was I took the grocery list, because if you ask ChatGPT to give you the meal plan, you can also ask it to print you or give you a grocery list to make it pretty easy. So I did that as well. So I had the 4 week plan as well as a grocery list to make all of those meals, printed that out. And then I have a membership at Costco. So I went to Costco, and it's better if you buy and more cost effective if you buy your meat in bulk. I eat a lot of steak. I eat a lot of eggs. I turkey meat as well, whole chickens. It can be, I follow the carnivore-ish diet because I like seasonings. I do keep my seasonings to a minimum, but I do enjoy seasonings like garlic powder. So when I season meat, I'll do salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I do cook with beef tallow and salted butter as well. Um, but I will say my experience thus far, and maybe you're coming and watching this video because you're looking to see and just hear from a real person their real experience, and that's what I was looking for and I couldn't find it. So hopefully I have not rambled on too long and I've been able to provide a little insight of what following the carnivore lifestyle is like. I have not yet started walking again, but once I implement some exercise, I do expect to see extra weight drop there as well. And if you are somebody that is worried about postpartum and depression, or you deal with any kind of, a mood disorder, everyone is different. So follow up and speak with your provider about it. But I will say that I experienced a positive impact on my mood post pregnancy. So, and with my mental health disorder. So, I just will say that I feel very level. And for me, that's the most important thing, especially with bipolar 1 disorder. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. I don't really have, everybody's different and their food intake needs are going to be different even when following this diet. So my recommendation to you is just use free tools that you have available to you. ChatGPT is an excellent tool. I use it for everything, even outside of the diet. You can ask it questions if you want to use different seasonings. It will tell you if it's carnivore strict or if it's carnivore-ish. I highly recommend using it. It has been my best friend throughout this experience, and that is what I would recommend to someone who is looking to get some meal ideas. You're kind of struggling, you're kind of stumped on what to make because you feel like you're making the same things or you would be making the same things. But again, that is just my experience. I wanted to make a short video on how it has impacted me and my life, and also wanted to share as a woman, again, who is postpartum and has started the diet postpartum and still breastfeeding. So, again, if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them in the comments. And as far as the beef liver supplement, again, I will make a list on my Amazon storefront if you would like to check that out. Everybody's different, so I would highly recommend doing your own research and reading those reviews, because it was the reviews that really sold me on the product. And I have been taking it since I became pregnant, and I continue to take it post pregnancy. I highly recommend it, but to each their own, do your own research. So, again, thank you for watching if you made it this far. And if you enjoy videos like this and you would like another update at the 2-month mark, just let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.